Dub Nation, brace yourselves because this could be the biggest move of the offseason. The Golden State Warriors are eyeing a $186 million superstar from the Milwaukee Bucks, and if this deal happens, we could be looking at a brand new Big Three alongside Steph and Curry. That's right, the Warriors might be making a blockbuster move to bring in a proven all-star who can take them back to championship glory. With the Western Conference getting tougher, Golden State knows they need firepower, and this could be the game-changing piece they've been missing. Could the Bucks actually move on from their star? Could the Warriors pull off another masterclass trade? Stay locked in, because we're breaking it all down right now. Yo, Dub Nation, we've got some absolutely insane news coming out of the NBA world, and if this happens, it could change everything for the Golden State Warriors. This is the kind of move that would shake up the entire league, send shockwaves through the Western Conference, and put the Warriors right back at the top of the championship conversation. We're talking about a potential blockbuster deal that could bring a $186 million Milwaukee Bucks superstar to the Bay Area to form a brand new Big Three with Steph and Curry. Yeah, you heard that right. The Warriors might be cooking up something huge this offseason, and trust me, you're gonna want to hear every single detail about this. So before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications because we are keeping you updated with every single Warriors rumor, trade, and move that could shake up the league. And this might be the biggest one yet. Now, let's talk about this superstar that could be making his way to Golden State. The Milwaukee Bucks are in a bit of a tricky situation right now. They came into this season as one of the top championship contenders, loaded with star power behind Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. But things haven't exactly gone as planned. They fired their head coach mid-season, the chemistry hasn't been what they expected, and now, there are growing whispers that changes might be coming. And one name that keeps coming up in these trade discussions is Chris Middleton. That's right, three-time All-Star Chris Middleton, the Bucks' second-best player for years, the guy who helped deliver an NBA championship in 2021, could very well be on the move. And guess what? The Golden State Warriors are one of the teams that are reportedly watching this situation very closely. Middleton signed a 3-year, $186 million deal with the Bucks, but let's be honest, Milwaukee's window to win another championship is shrinking. They went all in by trading for Damian Lillard, but the results haven't been as dominant as they expected. Now, with the East getting tougher, with Boston looking like the powerhouse team to beat, the Bucks front office might have to make a serious decision. And if they feel like their current roster isn't built to win another championship, Middleton could very well be the odd man out. Now, let's talk about why this move makes sense for the Warriors. First of all, Golden State is in a weird position right now. They're still trying to compete for championships, but they also have a mix of younger players that they're trying to develop. And let's be real, this season hasn't exactly gone the way they planned. There have been ups and downs, injuries, inconsistency, and questions about whether this roster is truly built to compete with the top teams in the West. And that's exactly why a move for Chris Middleton makes so much sense. Middleton is exactly the kind of player that fits the Warriors' system. He's a high IQ basketball player, a proven scorer, a solid defender, and most importantly, a guy who can step up in big moments. We've seen it time and time again. Remember the Bucks' championship run? Middleton was the one hitting clutch shots, making big plays, and proving that he's more than just a secondary piece. And with Steph and Curry still playing at an elite level, the Warriors need someone like Middleton who can take the scoring load off of him. Because let's be honest, Curry is still that guy, but he needs help. Klay Thompson, as much as we love him, hasn't been the same since his injuries. Draymond Green is still a defensive genius, but he's not a scorer. Andrew Wiggins has been up and down. And the young guys? They're still developing. Middleton would slide in perfectly as that second or third scoring option, a guy who can create his own shot, knock down threes, and take pressure off Steph. And let's not forget his defense. He might not be an all-NBA defender, but he's solid, he's experienced, and he knows how to play in a winning system. With Steve Kerr's motion offense, Middleton would thrive. He's a guy who doesn't need to dominate the ball, he can play off of Curry's gravity, and he can step up when needed. That's exactly what the Warriors need if they want to make another deep playoff run. But here's the big question: what would it take to actually get Chris Middleton to Golden State? Well, this is where things get interesting. Middleton is making big money, over $30 million a year. So any trade would have to include matching salaries. And the most obvious name that comes up in a potential deal? Andrew Wiggins. Now, this would be a tough decision for the Warriors. Wiggins was absolutely crucial in their 2022 championship run. He was their best perimeter defender, he stepped up in the finals, and he played the best basketball of his career. But this season? It's been rough. His numbers are down, his impact hasn't been the same, and there have been rumors that the Warriors could look to move him if the right deal comes along. And if they view Middleton as a better fit for their current roster, then you have to wonder if they'd be willing to pull the trigger. A potential trade could look like this: the Warriors send Andrew Wiggins, a young player like Moses Moody or Jonathan Kuminga, and maybe a draft pick to the Bucks in exchange for Middleton. Milwaukee gets a younger, more athletic wing in Wiggins, they get some future assets, and they get a bit more flexibility moving forward. The Warriors, on the other hand, get a proven veteran who is ready to win right now. It's a move that would signal that Golden State is all in on maximizing the rest of Steph Curry's prime. But would Middleton actually want to come to the Warriors? Well, let's think about it. He's been with the Bucks for a long time, he's won a championship there. But if the team is starting to head in a different direction, he might be open to a fresh start. And what better place to go than Golden State? He'd get to play with one of the greatest point guards of all time, in a system that fits his skill set perfectly, with a franchise that knows how to win. That's gotta be appealing, right? And let's talk about what this means for the Warriors if they pull it off. A big three of Stephen Curry, Chris Middleton, and Draymond Green would be absolutely lethal. Middleton brings that scoring punch, Draymond brings the defense and leadership, and Steph continues to be the ultimate game changer. Add in Klay Thompson, who can still be a dangerous shooter even if he's not the same player he once was, and suddenly, this Warriors team looks scary again. They'd have that perfect mix of championship experience and veteran talent that could go toe-to-toe with anyone in the West. But of course, there's always risk. Middleton has dealt with injuries over the last couple of seasons, and he's not exactly young, he's 32. So the Warriors would have to be sure that he can stay healthy and contribute at a high level. But if he's fully healthy, this is the kind of move that could push them back into title contention.